Hello traders and welcome to Market Blues. It's Stu Norpan here, founder of Master the Markets Elite Traders Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today's series on Market Blues, we're going to be talking about lifting yourself, my story. You see, traders, as you know, the purpose of Market Blues videos is to keep your psychology levels intact so that you're able to perform at peak performance level. Especially at the start of the week, you know how important it is to keep our psychology levels up so that we are in full awareness in the present moment and we are trading in the zone. So let's take a look at lifting yourself up and my story actually. So let me just pull up and then we can start annotating as well. So see over here. So basically, you see, most of you, as you know, my actually background started from basically from a cardiovascular point of view, okay, from a pharmacological standpoint. You see, when I came to London to do my PhD in cardiovascular pharmacology, in my beginning years as I was doing that, as I was into 5-6 months into the project wasn't really going well. Okay, the project wasn't really going well. And at that point, I was thinking, okay, what is really wrong here? Is it my technique or is it my speed of doing it? I went to my supervisor and she didn't know as well because it was the first time that they were doing that project. Okay. So I kept going at it, but things were not working. And so the entire project overall was not going well. Nobody knew what was going wrong as well and how to improve it because that lab was doing this project for the first time. So at that time, also I started to think of, is this what I really want to do for the rest of my life? Okay, is this what I want to do? And when I started thinking of that, I was not sure because you see, traders, you never really get some time to think about what is it that you really want to do for the rest of your life. I mean, not only traders, I mean, anybody in any profession, is it not? You're just pushed into it, just like with the grind of the cycle, is it not? So I was just like the sheep following the blind following the blind, as they would say. And then what happened is life then pushed me into a corner. So what happened as I was asking these questions, at that point I also started listening to Personal Power, which was Tony Robbins' self-development course, and I started to reflect on these questions. What do I really love to do? What do I want to do for the rest of my life? And all of that. And also, I also started to go to spiritual self-development workshops to contemplate more on this. But as you see, as life may have put it, one time, what happened is as the project was not going well, my supervisors then called me up and they said, you know what, Tiru, we don't have enough funding to carry on with this project, but we can give you a new project to carry on. And at that point, I thought, you know what, I'm only really doing this PhD project because I really love that project. And I'm not sure if I'll like the new one, but you know what, I thought, let's give it a go. I went back home. Then the next day, I got up for the new project. I gave it a go. I tell you what, it was so boring. I was like, give me a gun. I just want to shoot myself, right? I just couldn't take it. So then I went back to my supervisor again and I said, I mean, can I get my old project back? You know, I would like to give it a go. But she said, you know what, I thought we really talked about it already. We can't give you that. So then what happened? She said, take the weekend off and come back. So I did that. I thought about it. Cut the long story short, I told them that, you know what, unless I do my old project, um, and give me 2 weeks, if I can't make it work, I'll leave. But then, you know what, they said, no, it's either you do the new project or not. And that's it, you know. At that point, I just thought, I just signed the papers and I just left because I just thought there was no point doing something that you don't like for the next 3-4 years. At least I had the courage and also, um, life pushed me towards that, right? That point. So, but you see, but at that point, traders, even though it all looks good on hindsight, but at that point, everybody else said, you know what, that's a foolish thing to do. You know, how could you do that? You just left your PhD. You know, what are you going to do next? So you see, that's a point where I would say, yes, your internal voice starts to kick in, and I was starting to doubt myself. Oh, have I really fallen? You know, how do I get up from this? You know, um, have I taken a step back on my career ladder? But you know what? Those thoughts did come to me, but I told myself, you know what? If I go down that route, I'm never going to lift myself up. So I took a step back. I reflected on everything. I also decided to feel that, you know what? If I keep on being in this time and money link, I'll be a cage in it for the rest of my life. So I thought, why don't I first educate myself about money? That can then free my time and I can do the things that I love with that free time that money gives me with passive cash flow. So that's what I then started doing. One thing led to another. I went onto a trading floor. I learned about it and I traded company accounts, did live trading there as well. It was a long time. I put 2 full years immersion into it. And after that, Rishi and I, my business partner, we then set up Master the Markets and we've been going ever since 2010. So you see, traders, I mean, in every aspect, there are times when we do fall. Okay, there are times when we have to take decisions that we never did out of our comfort zone. But I would say, you know what? Don't see it as a falling down. See it as an opportunity to get yourself stronger and to pick yourself up and move further forward. And you see, the stories and the names may change, but the concepts are the same. Even in trading, the same thing might happen. You might be trading a trading strategy, it doesn't work, it looks like you're hitting against your brick wall, but then you get your questions refined, you pick yourself up, and then you move forward again. That has happened to us many times as well in the trading scenario. But you know what? Why don't you, listening to my story here on how, we fell, from the PhD project, not knowing what to do next and contemplating, looking at the self-development workshops, spiritual workshops that I did, finally having the courage to take that step forward and move out of that PhD project and to explore into the world of finance with a higher ideal of freeing my time to do the stuff that I love to do and also helping other people along the way and changing their lives. Just like that, take a step back and reflect on your life. When was the time that you fell and you got up? When was the time that you lifted yourself up? Okay? Or when is the time that you're going to lift yourself now, listening to this, going forward? What is it you really want to do? So these are all stuff that you can definitely think about, especially you as traders as well. Do think about all these things. What is it that you want to do for the rest of your life? Why are you trading even for now? I think in the previous videos we have talked about all of this. Once your higher ideal and your vision is very strong, you will move forward no matter what obstacles there are. Okay? Alright, so I'll leave you guys with that story for today. A time when you fell and you got up. Now, moving forward into the markets today, let's move on to the next part, onto the markets, and see what the markets are doing. As you can see for now, in terms of dollar Swiss, the bottom is not confirmed. I will still say open equity to the downside because the confirmation bar is just confirmed over here. But if it does confirm this bottom, then open equity changes. And also you must see in the overall picture, open equity has diminished to the downside. So I'll see where the price guides me to. Dollar yen, on the other hand, traders, as you can see over here, we have a strong move forward to the upside. As you can see, I would still say that open equity is more to the upside over here. Okay, so that's what we are having over here in terms of dollar yen. More strength to the upside. But you see, what it's got to do, it's got to clear its last high over there. So let's see, but it's taken out this high over here. If it does take out that, I would say more open equity to the upside, but I'll be cautious on my trailing stop, be a bit more aggressive. GBP USD, on the other hand, open equity, where is that? To the downside, if it does take out this low, or else a reversion point probably. Cable has been a bit stagnant, it's not moving much anywhere. Euro dollar, on the other hand, open equity diminishing to the downside. If it does take out this high, I would say time for reversal. Aussie dollar, on the other hand, bottom is confirmed. If it does take out that high, I would say more open equity to the opposites, or to the upside. GBP yen, on the other hand, open equity. If it does take out this low over here, then I would say to the downside. Alright, other than that, euro yen, I would say more open equity still to the downside over here if it does move forward towards that. If it does reverse, so for pending order for continuation can be to the bottom. Other than that, if it does take out that, then open equity to the upside. Coffee, on the other hand, you can see more open equity still to the downside. Dow Jones, more open equity, I would say, if it does confirm, then to the downside. Silver, on the other hand, more open equity if it does take out this low to the downside, or if it does take out this high to the upside. And I think dollar index, the last one, here I would say more open equity if it does take out the high to the upside, or as if it does confirm its top to the downside. Markets in general are a bit stagnant as of now, so we'll wait for some direction and some volume before we can take some positions if you want to take a step back from them. Okay, just remember, preserving your capital is your first basic priority. Alright, great. I guess that's all from me from now on this Market Blues video. Do reflect on it. A lot of things to take in. But I'm sure once you reflect, once you got your clarity, you will integrate it into your trading system and into your lives to keep your psychology levels at peak performance level. As we say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.